Since having this knee done, I came in and got stem cells in my left knee. That's been almost 2 years, and I haven't had a single scope. Nothing needed. Knee's been good.
Yep.
Since about 3 months after the stem cell treatment, I felt like a totally different person with this knee.
I'm so happy for you that you've gone 2 years and doing what
It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's
But in your profession, it is a lot. You went 2 years with that thing, and you were always in pain, and now you just went 2 years with no pain. Because of you, and you don't know this, but the outreach from you, we have treated, gosh, I don't even know, hundreds of people that have watched these videos.
No, but a lot of word of mouth as well. I think it's really neat. Like, I get so many people reach out and like, okay, guy just literally last week, he goes, hey, I'd like to make it. Docs say I need a knee replacement. Like, I can't really do what I'm doing. I got 2 more years of racing. I don't want to, or a lot of skaters. Like, if I get a knee replacement and I can't get full range of motion back, I can't knee slide out of stuff. Like, my career's done.
Yeah.
What can I do? They're like, okay, I've destroyed it. I'm going to live with that the rest of my life. But can I get another 2 years? Can I get some inflammation out? Can I get some pain out of this thing? A little bit of healing, just to help me, because I've got a couple more years of beating myself up, and I need something that hasn't been offered, and this is that.
I mean, even how it fell upon me a long time ago. I just was into it because I was in so much knee pain, like you, that I've got to try something. And I heard about this stem cell thing in other countries, and now we're doing it in the U.S., and I have to do this. So, and I couldn't believe it. And I just started treating people in my family, my friends, and then from there it just stemmed into where it really launched for me is I took care of a professional arm wrestler who was going up for Devin Larrett, going up for the world title, and he had torn his bicep. And I'm like, brother, I don't think you're going to be ready in 3 weeks to compete. And he not only competed, he killed this guy. Dominated him, and I'm watching him. He was in Turkey, and I'm watching him on TV, and
I'm like, oh, please stay together.
Please don't tear, please don't tear, you know. And he did great, and then that kind of went viral, and then all of a sudden I'm treating all these people from all over the world. So today,
my big thing is I don't want another knee replacement.
Yep.
So I had on MRI and X-ray. This is very similar to the knee that I had replaced. Obviously, you've seen them. This knee's. I had no other option, and it was before I had really started talking to you and understanding what stem cells did or what hell was available. So I got a knee replacement. That was hell. I don't ever want to do that again. Yeah. This knee was actually the first knee that I tore my ACL when I was 11 years old. Couldn't get it replaced till my growth plates were healed. ACL, PCL, LCL, MCL, buccal meniscus, dislocated kneecap, 3 tibia plateau fractures over the years. Haven't had an ACL or a PCL in this knee either since I was probably 23. Every year, pretty much every other year, I'd go in and get loose bodies. It would get stuck in the joint, get the loose body removed. I didn't even worry about having any cartilage repaired, same as the other knee. That's why the tibia plateau fractures, no bone to bone. Since having this knee done, I came in and got stem cells in my left knee. That's been almost 2 years, and I haven't had a single scope. Nothing needed. Knee's been good. I don't know that I need more stem cells in this knee, but I know that on X-ray and MRI, this is still very similar to this knee, and I don't want to go through that again. So wanted to talk to you, pick your brain on, is it worth getting a kind of a touch up on this? This knee is crap, but it's felt great since about 3 months after the stem cell treatment. I felt like a totally different person with this knee. Not saying that we need to do anything today, just wanted to run that by you, get your feedback on that.
Sure.
What are your thoughts?
I love the idea, the fact that you are still so active and out there doing your thing. It's always good for you. You know, we never can get enough of these in our body, and I'm so happy for you that you've gone 2 years and doing what.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's
But in your profession. It is a lot. You went 2 years with that thing, and you were always in pain, and now you just went 2 years with no pain. Could you have sustained some more injuries? Of course. You know, you're an athlete, of course. So would another shot help you? Absolutely. You know, so.
But yeah, I don't ever want to be in the situation where we got more loose bodies, we have more.
Yeah.
I don't think I have much more cartilage to give, but there's definitely the bone on bone. And one of the biggest things that made this knee replacement so bad was that I had so many, like they had to cut so much of the tibia out because they needed a flat surface.
Yeah.
Which my tibia was not a flat surface.
You know, plus, you know, people don't realize when they do these replacements, the tissue that's damaged during the surgery, I mean, the replacements might come out phenomenal, but there's a lot of tissue damage from it. Like when I first met you, you had a hot nerve. That nerve was, I mean...
Most of the time, stem cells, it's 3 months before you're really like, oh, you know, you start noticing, you're like, man, I've slept through the night the last week. Like I haven't, you stop noticing the pain, you start thinking about this, for whatever, you injected pretty much like right where that nerve was.
Nerve, yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is probably, I wonder if this is a good idea. And by that night, I had no pain, and the pain never came back. That like hot wire, like,
That's
you know,
awesome.
electrical shock was completely gone, and that was, you know, every day waking me up at night. So, so some of the stuff works right away, which is pretty wild. But a lot of it, you know, it's just got to heal the damage that's in there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that whole 1 to 3 month, that's really a real number. Most people within the first 30 days, they definitely notice a difference. Most, before they walk out the door, they think they're crazy. They're like, am I crazy? And do I feel a little bit better? No, it's normal.
The anti-inflammatory is kind of, I mean, that you take away that swelling right away.
That's right.
And I think that must have been what, it was just pushing on that nerve, and it was...
Yep, gone. Yep. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's a big yes, definitely.
Well, I was here. Like, hear me out. I got a couple things. All right, sorry. All right, so coming in here, so peptides have been pretty cool for me. Worked simultaneously with kind of doing everything, you know, obviously with you and the stem cells, but the peptides after 6 weeks without peptides, the inflammation. I basically had tennis elbow for 3 years.
Yeah.
Wanted to try it. Everyone said peptides fix tennis elbow, and it does while you take them. Sure. My tennis elbow has been great. Stopped for 6 weeks, and started coming back. And now again, hard to do push-ups. Hard to. Yeah. I can't lift as heavy as I'd like to. Not that I want to lift heavy, but just the warm-ups and everything. When I'm riding dirt bikes, I got to make sure everything's warmed up, and sometimes you just want to get on a ride, you know. So. I definitely think that's my biggest thing here, to see if instead of putting a Band-Aid on something, let's see if we can actually heal that.
Sure.
And then the last thing, so shoulder, you injected last year. Strong rotator cuff. I actually think it's healed. Like it was wild because
you had a tear in your supraspinatus.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yes. Yeah. So I tore that, came in here, and then I tore the rotator cuff. Within a week afterwards. And I was like, oh, I ruined everything that I can. And everything must have still been in there just working, because rotator cuff, the doctor was like, how is that? So healed, and honestly feel the best I've ever felt with the shoulder. I feel like we're good there. I've been no real pain the last 6 months, been able to really keep that working.
Good.
But I had a question. We had talked a little bit about spine stuff. I definitely want to, probably get an MRI or something, but unfortunately, been talking to one of my heroes, Gary Bailey, one of my coaches. First one to really go. Him and Brad Lackey kicked the Europeans' butts in motocross. He's had both knees, both hips. He's 40 years older than I am, so he's 82 years old. And he said the biggest thing is his neck. So he's basically, it's not fused, but he can't, it's fused itself.
Sure.
Just arthritic and everything, and he's going in here, I guess, another couple months and getting like 5 vertebrae fused, because he's like, that's the thing that hurts him the most. That is like, he goes, I can't sleep, I can't do anything. And it got me thinking, because I got right kind of at the base of the neck, like I just had really bad whiplash. I actually thought I broke my neck. I over-rotated, double backflip, landed on my butt from 5 stories up. How I didn't break my back and everything else is a miracle. But landed really bad whiplash. Went to the hospital, but they said nothing's broke. Right. Took me probably a year and a half to feel better, doing physical therapy, everything. I went and did a Mint 400, and just the constant landing hard. Sure. I've been messed up ever since. So wondering what your thoughts on, obviously, knowing exactly what's in there with an MRI is never a bad thing. I can show you exactly where it's hurting. That's my biggest, not a muscle thing, like just definitely like I get, kind of shoots down the arm, and
it's a big concern.
definitely on right side. I wonder, though, is that something that is helpful with stem cells? Like I always worry about the spine, I worry about the nerve.
It's good to worry about it. So the spine is different than any other joint in the body. It's really the only thing that when we do stem cells that requires therapy afterwards. And there is a thing called spinal decompression. It's a form of traction, actually. So what it actually does is it helps separate the bones to help suck the disc back in, and it takes pressure off the nerves. The reason you got stuff going down into your neck and shoulders, and eventually people start complaining of, especially on the bike, my fingers get numb and tingly when I'm on the bike now. It's actually from the neck. So what we do is we put stem cells in there, and we do decompression therapy, which you can do anywhere in the country. You just have to find one near you, which they're all over the place. That sucks the disc back in. The only reason the disc came out was because the fibers tore that hold the disc in. With your injury, absolutely. It was just a hard whiplash. The fibers tear, the disc pops out, it hits your spinal cord, it hits your nerves. So stem cells heal the fibers, but the disc component has to be addressed. So when we do it together, the disc comes back in, the stem cells heal, the fibers closed, problem solved.
Now, just injecting into neck and back is always something that I was just...
Right, so it's not in your spinal cord.
Okay.
So I do hear that there are some orthopedic surgeons or neurologists that will actually go into the disc. There's really no need to. The problem is the fibers, and they're on the outside. So this is almost like a trigger point shot, almost like a muscle shot. It's on the outside, and remember, the stem cells migrate to the area of injury. So the fact that you're in pain and there's inflammation, it's already given off a signal. They go right to that signal. They know what's wrong. So when you do the combination of decompression and the stem cells, man,
that makes me
the
feel...
success rate is great.
Really?
Now, years ago, when I first started doing this, because remember, doctors are in practice to practice medicine, right?
Yeah.
We're practicing. When I first started doing this, I just was under the impression, man, stem cells do it all. Let's just get them in you. But the truth is, with this, through the years, and this is me putting an injection in somebody's neck or back and just waiting, and the results were kind of okay. But when we added decompression, oh my God, the results went right through the roof. So now I don't even do the shots unless I know someone's going to commit to the decompression. And that often means, because people come here from everywhere, all over the world, you got to tell me, I am getting this when I go home. Otherwise, I don't want to waste your time, your money. I want this to be a success. So when we do this neck, there's plenty around here by where you live that have this machine. And you've got to go on it like 2 or 3 times a week, only for like 20 minutes. And that thing actually sucks the disc back in. So there's no worry about this needle going into your spinal cord.
That's good. All right.
Nothing like that at all. And that should handle most of the stuff going down in your shoulder and arm. The peptides. I love peptides. It's a big craze the last few years. Everybody wants to get on peptides, And I remember when we were treating parts of your body, you were like, Doc, I don't want to do this.
I want to see.
This
well,
shot,
I just want to. I want to see if it works.
Yeah, and it was great because you're right. It is great for inflammation. Some of them are phenomenal, but there is no regenerative part to them. That's the only difference. Stem cells have the ability to regenerate tissue. That's a big difference, and I think you're going to see that. And I'm glad that you kind of went this route. So it does temporarily help you.
In all of the soft tissue stuff, I mean, obviously it's not healing stuff. It's not helping bones. It's not helping that. But the tennis elbow, within 5 days, I mean, I had 3 years. Basically, it's similar to the BPC 157 or whatever, but it got rid of the inflammation and allowed me to actually start to work out to the level that I had wanted to start. And same thing, before I got the stem cells in the shoulder, I was able to work through the pain, build the muscle, get the strength. Like, so it's a good Band-Aid.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I'm tired of I don't want to
Band-Aid.
continue putting the Band-Aid on every day. I'd like to
No, and trust me, people tell me all the time, when are you going to start prescribing peptides? And I'm like, I'm not. because there's plenty of experts that do it way better than me, but I just know the difference between stem cells and peptides. There is nothing that compares to stem cells. There really isn't. And when people want to try the peptides, I'm happy for them. And if they get great success, I'm even happier. I mean, that's how our body was created, through stem cells. So they're the thing that actually is going to repair torn tissue and give you that longevity, So, listen, like you said it perfectly, it's a great Band-Aid. There's a lot of benefit to peptides, a lot of great ones out there, but at the end of the day, if you're an athlete who is really pushing your body to the limits, and especially if this is your career, this is how you make money, you provide for your family, you should really consider doing something like this. This stuff is life-changing. I feel so lucky that I get to do this stuff, because Travis, I see the coolest stuff you can't even imagine. And things sometimes that I go into it going, I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know how good you're going to get, but I know what this stuff does, so we're going to have to just wait and see. And I also remember when you sent your mom.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Your mom was, because you had great success quickly, and then also in the timely manner.
I got a call in 2 weeks, and my mom's like, "Oh, I don't know. I feel so bad. That was." It was a pretty big investment for everybody, and I just it's not working. And then I got a call it was probably just over a month, and mom's like, I think I slept through the night. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just helping. And then all of a sudden, by 3 months, by 2.5, 3 months,
3 months, I think it was.
She just hugging me, biggest just tears in her eyes, just like, thank you. This is the greatest. So thanks for changing my mom's life.
No problem. I love your mom, and some of the text messages I wish I could share with people. Some of the funny stuff that she puts out about herself, but also about you, because this is definitely a mom who loves her son to death, who likes ratting him out sometimes. Would you call Travis? Travis is doing this. I'm like, well, he's not my son. I go, but, all right, I'll give him a call or something. But yeah, I love her. I'm so glad that she got better, and I want to talk to her again about her recent thing, because I don't know where she is with that. Yeah, and we don't have to talk about that, but I do want to help her if she,
She's had a rough run. Age catches up to a life of athletics catches up to everyone with age.
Like, where did Travis get all this? And when I met your mom, I'm like, do you do all this crazy stuff? She's like, no, I don't do it. Yes, you do. Now that I'm watching you with the biking and the mountains and all this.
It was good. She was an athletic trainer in college, and also she school record holder for high jump and stuff like that. So yeah,
wow.
Probably not anymore, but
yeah, no, she's in great shape, man. I tell you, she's awesome. So today, we can do all this stuff. I like the idea of doing the knee and revisiting some other parts of your body. Definitely the elbow. I'm looking forward to that. As you know, a lot of these guys that I treat that are arm wrestlers, you've met a bunch of them. Yeah. They have phenomenal success, and very similar injuries, and it happens relatively quick. So we'll get in there, we'll probe around a little bit, we'll find out exactly where it is. Cool. We'll get the stem cells in there, and we'll start getting you back into shape. So you can keep doing all this crazy stuff.
Let's go.
If what's new in your world right now? I know you and we touch base periodically. I can't keep up with. I mean, you got your camera guys, videos everywhere at all times, and every now and then I'll get a glimpse of a video, and I'm like, where the hell is he now? What is he?
I think the same thing.
What is he doing now? What is the biggest thing that you're doing right now in your world?
So right now we just finished a Gymkhana video, which was a lot of fun. Ken Block, amazing friend, father, opponent, and kind of a team boss in a lot of the stuff that he was running. He passed away a couple years ago, and we've just been really trying to continue on his legacy with Hoonigan, with Gymkhana. We'll have another 2 weeks. We'll do Gymkhana Grid, which a lot of people actually Banksy, I think, got one of the invites to come on out. So one of the locals that does Channel 199, really focusing on the channel, like our YouTube channel. Never thought I'd be a YouTuber, but at the end of the day, it helps me stay home, be with my friends, be with my family. And if we can provide an area, like if all the stuff that we've ever done, all the stuff we've learned, if we can help the next generation learn from our mistakes, not be as hurt as much, hopefully come to see you when they do get hurt, and to keep them from being in the pain that so many of my friends and family are at the moment, in the best way possible. But learn from our mistakes, and let's have a platform that we can, continue being able to fund, if you will, these airbag landings, these new advancements in technology and the new motorcycles, and to be able to be there to help support that next generation in freestyle and motocross.
That's awesome. I'm like you with the whole social media stuff, like what we're doing right now. Off camera, it's kind of like, I don't like doing this stuff, but it's not my generation. But I know that, with your help and some of the other athletes that we treat, it's the best way for us to reach more people. And even though
like you said, and it's funny because and I don't mean to interrupt,
no, it's
but
okay.
So Dr. Mark always says, he's like, I just want to help more people. And I mean, there's one thing to be a salesperson, there's another thing to be like, hey, when I come in here, this is what I couldn't do, this is what I can do now. I'm coming back for a reason. Like, this is amazing. So thank you for being able to help my mom get out of pain, help so many of my friends. Nate Wessel, he every time he talks about you, he cries. And in the best way possible. He's a tough guy, but it's changed his life.
Cool. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm always thankful, So if people want to follow you, obviously they can go on your channels and all that stuff. And
YouTube channel 199, and Travis Pastrana.
And this has helped your personal life, family life, and
it's still been a lot of stress at the moment, but this year, 2026, I've cut my obligations of my racing professional career in half to focus that time more at home, more with family, more with friends, and more with this channel.
Okay. I hope your mom is listening to that, because one of the things she asked me was, I know you're not his dad or anything like that, but do you think you could talk to him about slowing down? I'm like, listen, I could try to talk to him about slowing down. I go, but you know what? I do understand the whole thing. Like, when you're in the prime, you have to take advantage of your health and the opportunities as much as possible. But, that whole thing with family and friends, time goes so quickly, and if you don't capture it, you miss it. And I know from personal experience, I try so hard as I'm getting older to limit my time, but I still want to be there to help people, but my
daughters are 10 and 12, and my 12-year-old already, I'm like, all right, I need to be home more, just enjoy this time when they still want to hang around. The biggest thing that I've learned is, if you're not enjoying it, the destination's probably not as great as you could imagine. But the journey is so much better than anything. And that to have that passion, to wake up every morning with a passion around the people that help you to get wherever that goal is, those are the best times. And it's funny because I spent my whole life as a kid riding with my best friends in the woods, wanting to be a Supercross champion. And I spent my whole life racing Supercross, or whole time spent racing Supercross, wishing that I could just be back with my friends in the woods. And that's kind of where I've come full circle and been like, all right, we started Nitro Circus, got to travel the world. Now I'm like, you know what? I just really want to be home, but I still want to have that passion. Yeah. So if you think that there's enough money in the world to make you the best at something, there's not. But if you love what you do, there's not a single day in your life that you waste. And I feel like that's true. If I could give any 2 cents, it's every time you have something that you love or something that you think is the best business decision, 99 out of 100 times, if you go with what you love, even if it doesn't work out in the same way, I mean, there's so many opportunities that I had to be fully retired right now and to be done. But then what would I do? I love what I do. I love every second of it. And a lot of times, if you treat the people around you the way, I always say, better than the way you want to be treated. Because if I treated the people around me like I like to be treated, I mean, all my friends, and I mean this with all due respect in the nicest way possible, my friends are assholes and I'm an asshole, and we get along really well and we have a lot of fun, and those are the people I want to be around. Sorry, awesome. not you, Doc.
Hey, listen, hey, I'm one of them guys too. I got my group too. You know what I call you guys, But no, listen, that is so true. You gotta do what you love and not be conformed to what society, get that 9-to-5 job and this and that. But
yeah, I mean, there's a certain thing you got to be able to make it work.
You gotta make a living, but you gotta love what you do.